Chai with Manjula. We have previously featured Pratham, the largest NGO focused on primary education in India. Recently, Pratham's San Francisco Bay Area chapter had an annual gala event called Colors of Hope. It was a celebration of giving back and making a difference and was well attended by Pratham supporters. As the MC of the event, I had the pleasure of talking to several supporters and Mr. Yogi Patel, Ambassador of Pratham USA. Today we'll show you a few clips to once again give you a sense of the enormity of the problem of illiteracy in India and how little it really takes to turn a life around and inspire hope.
Do not follow the path, where it leads. Instead, go where there is no path and create a trail. I'm happy to say that Pratham has created such over 30 million trails in every corner of India. And to be able to reach 30 million children is a huge achievement in its sense. But let me tell you that we are still far away from our goal of reaching 100 million children. Now, to give you a little background on the state of education in India, let's go a little back in 60s and 70s. Government of India recognized the value of education and they have started pumping money since then, especially to build infrastructure, building schools and so forth. Now, this is, 2009, but the literacy rate has gone down and down. So, what is the reason? And our, the survey, the nationwide survey which we do once a year, it has revealed the facts. The number one fact was that, though the children close to 94 to 96%, or in some places 98% are enrolled in some form of school, but over 50% of children cannot read a simple paragraph nor they can do a simple arithmetic problem. So there is a problem with the quality issue. And it seems like government funds the school but not schooling. And that's where Pratham comes into picture. What Pratham does is provides the powerful intervention. We do not invest money in infrastructure or building schools. What we do is, we provide the training to the government school teachers and in our innovative learning methods. And when the teachers are trained well, they are more effective in the classroom. We develop the teaching material for teachers, and we develop learning material for kids. But above all, what Pratham does is bring the awareness of the issue that the quality of education is very important. I will give you the example. What our nationwide survey I referred in, a few minutes ago is we call it ASSER, that is the Annual Status of Education Report in India, and it is funded by Google Foundation. What we do is we test over 500,000 children in their own homes, randomly selected and households and randomly selected villages. What our volunteers do is test the children right in front of their parents, and something wonderful happens. Now, the wonderful thing is that, when the kids, they know they will be tested next year, so they learn better. Now, the parents were watching their children taking tests, and they see that, oh, my child doesn't know this. So they ask a very simple question, that have you done your homework? And they start taking interest in their children's education. Now the government teachers, they know that they will be evaluated next year and they start teaching better. Also the government levels, local, state and federal level, everybody has recognized the problem and issues with the quality education. So once the problem is known, so the resources are diverted into that direction. And you see, the simple experiment or simple process of Pratham has brought like an enormous change. It's the mindset of teachers, the mindset of parents, the mindset of government officials has been changed. And slowly we are moving towards the education reform in India. So you see, it's a simple technique and simple work, but when the masses are stirred up, when the mindset is changed, then the beautiful things happen. And I'm happy to say that Pratham is that agent of change. Tonight, we are gathered here to celebrate the ideals and the achievements of Pratham. And, I invite you to join us in our march to fight the illiteracy in India. And I'm hoping that you would.
Tonight we celebrate Colors of Hope. Hope that Pratham brings to millions of children in India by giving them a gift of education. I would like to congratulate Pratham. They are doing incredible work towards eradicating child illiteracy in India. Despite India's economic growth, close to 100 million children there risk being left behind, unable to read or write. India is also home to 1/3 of the world's underfed children. And education is the single most effective tool to combat the daunting challenge of poverty, hunger, disease, and many other things that come with illiteracy. Education is most crucial to the development of a country. In fact, there's a Chinese proverb that goes, if you are planning for a year, sow rice. If you are planning for a decade, plant trees. If you are planning for a lifetime, educate people. And educating people is exactly what Pratham is doing. And they are doing a phenomenal job of it. Pratham is the largest non-profit organization promoting primary education in India. And I congratulate all of you also for coming here tonight and for supporting Pratham. Yogi, it would be great if you tell us a little bit about Pratham, its mission, its vision, what is it about?
Okay, the best way to introduce Pratham and its mission, I just want to tell you a small story about a girl. Name is Radhika, she is 8, lives in Mumbai. Radhika doesn't go to school because her parents, both illiterate laborers, they are at work. She has younger sibling, 6-year, 4-year and 2-year-old. She has to look after these children. She is staying at home. Radhika will never read. She will never write. She will never count. You give her 8 more years, she will be 16. She will be married off. Whom? She has no choice. An illiterate girl has no choice as to who she marries. Her husband could be an alcoholic, he could be a gambler, he could be an old man. She has no say. She will be married off at age of 16. Give her 8 more years. She is 24 now. Her 6-year-old Sanjay is selling newspaper at a street corner in Mumbai. What he's selling, he will never read. This is the story of Radhika. There are about 100 million children who are at risk of dropping out. These are children of illiterate parents. Pratham's mission is to prevent this. See if we can give a basic primary education, that foundation from which they can really take a jump. Our mission is very simple. We want to make sure that every child in India is in school. Just going to school is not good enough. They must acquire basic skills. That's our mission. Did I answer your question?
Yeah,
Great.
certainly. But it's a massive undertaking. Numbers are staggering. We are talking about millions and millions of children. It's a problem of epidemic proportions. How is Pratham addressing it?
Okay, I think Pratham founders, when they started out in 1994, they were very clear about the mission. That we want to see that all children in India are in school and learning well. No non-profit can do this by themselves. You have to really ultimately work with the parents, communities, and the schools. You have to make the schools responsible. They have to take the charge of this thing. No non-profit can do it. So the idea was that in India there are government schools. Children go to school, but they don't learn. And they learn because some people started looking into a lot of surveys. The why city like Bombay, children are dropping out. The popular argument was that parents want them to work as laborers. The real reason was the children of illiterate parents had no preschooling. A first, second, and third grader should be able to go home and ask parents, how do I add this? How do I subtract this? Where is Mumbai? Where is Mathura? So what we did, we started giving supplemental education. Pratham doesn't build schools because schools are costly. It takes money to build and then maintain. So wherever the children live, we give them preschool experience, get them school ready. We run very simple programs like tutoring in first, second, third grade. And we don't wait for building. All we do is we get 20 children. When we look for a teacher, all we ask is 10th grade education and classes start. So typically what we do is we look for children, we train a teacher, a young woman, she teaches, and when nothing is available, we meet under a tree. Very simple model. And the children play, while playing they learn. And we started in slum of Bombay with 2,000 children in 1994, and then we started scaling it up. And we have done extensive work in state of Bihar.
What is different about Pratham? There are so many organizations promoting primary education in India.
Okay,
what is unique about Pratham?
Sure. I say many times, India is like an ocean. There are too many problems. A lot of people are doing great work. In field of education also, in primary education. What really, sets Pratham apart, number one is our mission. That we want to make sure we are really attacking the root cause of all the problems. If you don't have a good primary education, nothing else is possible. Without primary education, there is no secondary school, there is no higher education. And once you have an educated constituency, people, a lot of things will improve. Better economy, better health, and ultimately, educated people will elect better governments. No democracy can succeed if half of its population cannot read. So that is why we are really attacking the root cause of all the problems. So number second, our solution is very, very simple. No fancy schools, no building, no school buses. All you need is 20 children, one teacher. And the learning style takes place. And because of this simplicity, our cost is very low. In our direct programs like preschool, tutoring, etc., we spend $20 per year per child. I cannot park even my car in San Francisco here for $20. So with that kind of money, you can teach one child. So our cost is very simple. Third is in India, there are a lot of great small organizations, a lot of good-hearted men and women doing a little bit here, a little bit there. But nobody has a scale. Pratham founders, they were trained in America. They went to universities here, worked here, and they saw the beauty of McDonald's. How you go from 1 to 10, 10 to 100. So that is the scale up is another thing, another unique feature of Pratham. We started with 2,000 children back in Mumbai. Last year we did about 30 million children. And finally, we are able to leverage ourselves, our resources, our people. And I tell you, I was just talking to Mr. Raj Singh. He's here from Bay Area. I just want to give a simple example. What is the power of leverage? He was introduced to Pratham a few years back. And now, when he was in India recently, he met with some Pratham people and introduced them to Colgate. Colgate company has donated toothbrushes and toothpaste for about 3,000 children in Pune. So that is the power of leverage. Nobody can solve this problem alone. So Pratham has been able to get the alliances with communities, corporations, ICICI Bank, Wells Fargo Bank. They are our strong supporters. Western Union, I think they have joined the team as a supporter. So the corporate support is there. Then there are foundations like Hewlett Gates, Johnson & Johnson, General Electric. They are supporting. And many NRIs in United States, Canada, England, Germany, Dubai, they have taken up this project. So these are the four main items which are very unique about Pratham's work.
Okay.
We started in slum of Mumbai with 2,000 children in 1994. And in 4 years we went to 400,000 children. One more click and you will get the second part. When you look at India's need, then you have to educate 60 million children, even at $10 a piece or $20 a piece. You need over $1 billion a year. Nobody has this kind of money. What Pratham people have done is they kept running. We are still running our direct programs like preschool, etc., where we employ teachers for a whole year. But in addition to that, we have come up with a rapid learning method called Read India, where you give us a child who cannot read alphabet day one, doesn't know the numbers day one. Give us 60 days, and we'll see that a child reads, writes, and does arithmetic. And for 2 months, we can ask any college student, "Chalo yaar, you work as a volunteer, we don't need to pay you." And people will come forward. For a whole year, nobody will come. So that is the power of this method. And because of that, if you see on the chart, Read India campaign is looking at impacting 60 million children by next year. We are almost halfway through. And that is the power of Read India campaign. I wanted to show that. And simply on the next slide, number 5, is 5 on? Okay, thank you. How the Read India campaign works, where some people ask me, what exactly do you do? So typically what I'm showing here is, India has 600 districts. A typical district has about 100,000 children. So what we do is we go into a district and send some Pratham people, about 5 master trainers. Their job is to train about 1,000, 1,500 volunteers who work free. The people in green, they are paid by Pratham. The people in other color, they are blue, they are volunteers. And they teach. And by this method, we are trying to reach 60 million children.
Thank you, Yogi Bhai. Thank you so much. In case you joined us late, that was Yogi Patel, Ambassador of Pratham USA. He gave us insight into Pratham's holistic approach towards promoting primary education in India, an approach that involves training and evaluating teachers, developing processes and metrics for measuring progress, conducting nationwide surveys, working with schools, communities, and governments at all levels in India, and leveraging resources. This was at the annual gala event of Pratham's San Francisco Bay Area chapter. And let's hear what some of their supporters have to say.
I'll go through India, and I think throughout the years, when we go to India, we all see children that are on the streets that we wonder, like, they should be in school at this time. And we all see that, but I don't think we do anything about it. Or very few of us do something about it. Thank you, Prabhu, for doing something about it. 31 million and 21 states. Wow. Great.
What is really good for me, as someone else previously said, is that Pratham measures its effort and makes it publicly available so there is total transparency. And that is something that is fairly unique, given that it is such a widespread problem. So the numbers speak for themselves. 31 million people, 31 million kids in 21 different states, year-on-year improvement, and every dollar counts. it's wonderful to be associated with that. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Manjula. Thank you, Aruna. I've been associated with Pratham for the last 5 years or so, and my work is actually evaluating technology-driven businesses for social impact. And I have to say that Pratham is one of the most inspiring organizations that I have researched and worked with, and it's an absolute joy to work with. So why is it that Pratham is so special? And I think you've heard it in different ways, and I would categorize it top 3 reasons. Scale. They've figured out how to partner with both the government, the NGOs, and other organizations. They have figured out metrics. We don't have to measure everything. The stories are heart-wrenching enough, but still we have to improve as we go along. And they have metrics. If you've heard about them, they measure what impact they have. So you don't just get to do learning well. And the third thing is, it's about community. Education is a very holistic kind of thing. It's an ecosystem play. And along with education, they provide empowerment for jobs, etc. So thank you very much, and thank you.
But what Pratham is doing is trying to support the public education system. So if you see any developed countries, you see that it has a very good public education system. So what Pratham is doing is still having faith in the public education system, and he's trying to prop it up. So that's what I liked about Pratham.
I'm a Pratham supporter. About 1 year ago, I donated $25 to Pratham out of my own allowance. And this year, I am running the Rock and Roll Marathon, half marathon with my mom as part of Team Pratham. And I have donated, and I have raised $750.
To make the long story short, we signed ourselves to work for Pratham, and it's really a tribute to all of you, and really thank you all for coming here and being a supporter, but most importantly also to all the volunteers who give their precious time to make this a fantastic mission. Thank you. God bless you.
Our congratulations once again to Pratham and its supporters. For more information about the organization, you may visit their website, prathamusa.org. And you may watch our shows, including this one, at chaiwithmanjula.org. Thank you all for joining us. I'll be back with another inspiring story about giving and people making a difference. For Chai with Manjula, I'm Manjula Gupta. See you next time.